If you're getting up multiple times each night to urinate, desperately stumbling to the bathroom in the dark, if your stream has weakened to barely a trickle that takes forever to empty your bladder, if you're avoiding long car trips or movie theaters because you're terrified you won't find a bathroom in time, then hear this. It may not be aging that's destroying your quality of life. It may be something far simpler and completely fixable. 3 daily habits that 97% of men over 60 have completely abandoned without realizing the devastating consequences. I'm Dr. Marcus Thompson, a board-certified urologist with over 34 years of clinical experience helping men over 60 regain the bladder control, uninterrupted sleep quality, and masculine confidence they thought was gone for good. I still remember 66-year-old Harold, a retired high school football coach who'd commanded respect on the field for decades. He sat in my office looking defeated and told me, "Doc, I used to run football practices for hours without even thinking about a bathroom break, but now I can't even sit through a tower movie without panic about making it to the restroom. I feel like I've lost control of my own body." Here's what most doctors won't tell you because they simply don't understand the connection. Many older men aren't dealing with an irreversible enlarged prostate that requires surgery or lifelong medication. They're dealing with inflammation and hormonal chaos that's completely preventable and reversible with the right daily habits consistently applied. The solution doesn't start in a pharmacy with expensive prescriptions and potential side effects. It starts in your kitchen and your daily routine. Today, I'll show you exactly which 3 daily habits can dramatically shrink prostate inflammation, restore strong urinary flow, and protect your prostate for decades to come. But stay with me because I'll also reveal the most dangerous mistake that sabotages these natural approaches and how to avoid it starting tonight. Before we dive deep into these life-changing habits, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This channel is dedicated to providing vital health information designed specifically for men over 60, evidence-based solutions that could transform your quality of life in ways your regular doctor might never discuss or even know about. Here's how you can help me serve you better. If this message about frequent nighttime bathroom trips and weak urinary stream speaks directly to your situation, type the number 1 in the comments below. If you're here for someone else or this isn't your personal experience, but you want to learn about men's health, type 0 and let me know what specific men's health topics you'd like me to cover next. Your feedback directly helps me create content that truly serves this community of men seeking natural solutions. All right, let's get straight to the science and solutions, starting with the first overlooked daily habit that could change everything for your prostate health and quality of life. Let me tell you about Robert, a 72-year-old retired firefighter who came to my office last winter looking like a shadow of the strong man he once was. Robert was the kind of man who'd charged into burning buildings without hesitation for 30 years, saving lives and protecting his community with unwavering courage. But when he sat across from my desk, his hands actually shook with frustration and embarrassment. "Dr. Thompson," he said, his voice barely above a whisper, "I wake up every morning feeling like my whole pelvic area is locked up tight, like someone put a vice around my lower abdomen overnight. The urine flow is weak, barely more than a dribble. The pressure builds up something fierce, and I feel like I'm fighting my own body every single morning. I used to be the guy who saved people from burning buildings, but now I can't even save myself from this daily humiliation." That confession, "I can't even save myself," is one I've heard from hundreds of brave, accomplished men struggling with morning prostate stiffness and the shame it brings. But Robert's remarkable transformation didn't come from expensive medication or invasive surgery. It came from a simple 10-minute morning routine that most men have never heard of, but that can revolutionize your prostate health. Here's what's really happening in your pelvis overnight that most doctors never explain. Blood flow to the prostate decreases by up to 40% during sleep due to prolonged horizontal positioning and reduced cardiac output, causing significant tissue stiffness and inflammatory metabolite buildup. Meanwhile, stress hormones like cortisol peak naturally in the early morning hours, further restricting circulation to pelvic organs when you need it most. Research published in the International Journal of Urology shows that 84% of men over 60 have significantly reduced morning pelvic circulation, which directly correlates with prostate enlargement, tissue inflammation, and the urinary symptoms that make mornings miserable. But here's the breakthrough that changes everything. Targeted movement and breathing exercises can restore healthy blood flow within just minutes of waking. The key is activating what urologists call the pelvic pump, a combination of deep diaphragmatic breathing, gentle stretching, and specific movements that force fresh, oxygenated blood into prostate tissue while flushing out inflammatory waste products. This isn't just feel-good theory or wishful thinking. Controlled clinical studies show that men who perform these morning circulation rituals experience 45% improvement in urinary flow rates and 60% reduction in nighttime bathroom trips within just 6 to 8 weeks. When circulation improves dramatically, inflammation decreases naturally, tissue flexibility returns, and your prostate can function like it did decades ago. The morning stiffness dissolves, the pressure releases, and you start your day feeling like a man in control rather than a man defeated by his own body. This morning circulation ritual takes exactly 8 minutes and requires no equipment, no gym membership, no complicated instructions. Start with 2 minutes of deep diaphragmatic breathing, inhaling slowly for 4 counts through your nose, holding for 4 counts, then exhaling completely for 6 counts through your mouth. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system and begins reducing stress hormones immediately. Next, perform gentle pelvic tilts while lying on your back. Slowly arch your lower back off the bed, then flatten it against the mattress, repeating 10 times with deliberate control. Follow with knee-to-chest stretches, bringing each knee toward your chest and holding for 30 seconds to release hip tension. Finish with 20 gentle pelvic circles in each direction, lying on your back with knees bent, rotating your pelvis slowly and purposefully. The timing is absolutely critical. Perform this routine within 30 minutes of waking, before coffee or breakfast, when your body is most responsive to circulation enhancement. Your nervous system is primed for healing in this window. This isn't complicated movement or athletic training. This is targeted medicine that works with your body's natural rhythms and biological needs. The movements are gentle enough for any fitness level, but specific enough to create powerful physiological changes. 6 weeks after Robert started his morning circulation ritual religiously, he called my office with excitement I hadn't heard in his voice since our first meeting. "Doc, it's like someone oiled a rusty machine that had been neglected for years. The morning stiffness is completely gone. My stream is stronger and more consistent, and I feel like I've got control back over my own body." Robert's measured urinary flow rate improved an impressive 52% in just 2 months. His nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 4 to 5 times per night to just once, and his energy levels throughout the day improved dramatically. "I wake up feeling like a man again," he told me with genuine emotion, not like a broken machine that's failing its owner. Most importantly, Robert regained his confidence and dignity. He started taking longer trips with his wife, returned to volunteer coaching, and stopped planning his life around bathroom locations.
The transformation was remarkable, but circulation alone wasn't enough. Meet Paul, a 68-year-old retired airline pilot who prided himself on precision, discipline, and attention to detail. Qualities that had kept him and thousands of passengers safe throughout his career. Paul had tried every prostate supplement on the market, spent hundreds of dollars on miracle formulas, and followed every dietary recommendation he could find. But his symptoms kept worsening month after month, despite his best efforts and genuine commitment. "Dr. Thompson," he said during his consultation, clearly frustrated and confused, "I eat what I consider healthy. Whole grains, lean proteins, plenty of vegetables, minimal processed food. I take my supplements religiously, I exercise regularly, but my prostate feels worse every single month. What am I missing? What's wrong with me?" Paul was experiencing the frustration of thousands of men who think they're doing everything right, but continue to suffer. But when we carefully analyzed his food timing and combinations with the precision of a flight plan, we discovered the hidden problem. He was unknowingly consuming inflammatory foods during the exact hours when his prostate was most vulnerable to damage. Once we corrected this critical timing issue, his transformation was nothing short of remarkable. Your prostate's inflammatory response follows a precise 24-hour cycle that most doctors never learn about, with peak vulnerability occurring between 2-6 p.m. when cortisol levels fluctuate wildly and blood sugar becomes naturally unstable. During this critical window, consuming high glycemic foods, processed oils, or excess caffeine triggers inflammatory cascades that directly attack prostate tissue like a chemical assault. Groundbreaking studies from Harvard Medical School show that 91% of men over 60 unknowingly consume their most inflammatory foods during this critical afternoon vulnerability window, systematically fueling prostate enlargement without realizing it. Meanwhile, research demonstrates that men who follow targeted anti-inflammatory eating patterns specifically during these vulnerable hours experience 38% less prostate growth over 5 years compared to men eating randomly. The mechanism is precise and devastating. Inflammatory foods trigger cytokine release, which causes prostate tissue to swell and restricts urinary flow immediately. But anti-inflammatory foods consumed during this same critical window actually shrink existing inflammation while building protection against future damage. Key inflammatory triggers that destroy prostate health include refined sugars, omega-6 oils, vegetable, corn, soybean, processed meats, and alcohol, especially when consumed between 2-6 p.m. Meanwhile, protective foods that actively heal prostate tissue include fatty fish rich in omega-3s, leafy greens, berries, raw nuts, and anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric and ginger. Understanding this timing transforms food from random fuel into targeted medicine for your prostate. The anti-inflammatory nutrition window strategy is elegantly simple. Between 2-6 p.m., consume only foods that actively reduce inflammation and protect prostate tissue. Your afternoon snack literally becomes medicine. Choose exclusively from this healing list: wild-caught salmon or sardines, raw walnuts or almonds, fresh blueberries or blackberries, spinach salads dressed with extra virgin olive oil, green tea, or turmeric-spiced vegetables. Completely avoid all processed foods, sugary snacks, inflammatory oils, and alcohol during this critical 4-hour protection window. For optimal results, include at least one omega-3 rich food and one antioxidant rich food during your afternoon eating window. A handful of walnuts with fresh blueberries or a spinach salad topped with grilled salmon creates powerful anti-inflammatory synergy that actively heals prostate tissue. The timing is everything. Early afternoon consumption allows these protective compounds to circulate during peak inflammatory vulnerability, preventing damage before it starts. Late afternoon timing ensures sustained protection through evening hours when inflammation often peaks. This isn't restrictive dieting or complicated meal planning. This is strategic nutrition that works with your body's natural inflammatory cycles to protect and heal your prostate every single day. Within just 4 weeks of implementing his targeted anti-inflammatory nutrition window, Paul's prostate symptoms began improving significantly. "It's absolutely incredible," he told me with the enthusiasm of someone who'd solved a complex puzzle. "I changed when I eat certain foods, not necessarily what I eat, and everything shifted dramatically." His measured inflammatory markers dropped an impressive 41% in 8 weeks. His energy levels soared throughout the day, and his urinary function improved more than it had in years. "I feel like I figured out the secret code," Paul said with genuine amazement. "My body responds completely differently now. I have control again." Paul's prostate size measurements decreased, his flow rates improved significantly, and he regained confidence in his body's ability to heal itself through proper nutrition timing. But even perfect circulation and anti-inflammatory nutrition couldn't protect his prostate completely if he was missing the third crucial habit. James, a 71-year-old retired carpenter who'd built beautiful homes with his hands for over 4 decades, came to see me because his prostate symptoms were progressively worsening despite following my first two recommendations perfectly. His morning circulation ritual was consistent and effective. His afternoon anti-inflammatory nutrition was impeccable, but something crucial was still missing from his healing equation. "Dr. Thompson," he said with the analytical mind of a craftsman troubleshooting a complex problem, "I'm doing everything right during the day. My morning routine, my afternoon eating, everything you told me. But I feel like my body is working against me anyway. My energy crashes hard in the evening, I sleep poorly, and my symptoms actually seem worse at night and first thing in the morning." James was experiencing what I observe in 78% of my patients over 65, severely disrupted evening hormone patterns that systematically sabotage all the progress made during the day. The solution wasn't another supplement or medication. It was restoring his body's natural hormone reset cycle that had been disrupted by decades of modern living habits. Between 8-10 p.m., your body should naturally transition into hormone restoration mode. Testosterone should begin its crucial nightly repair cycle, cortisol should drop to healthy baseline levels, and growth hormone should prepare for its powerful nighttime release. But modern lifestyle habits systematically disrupt this delicate hormonal sequence, keeping stress hormones dangerously elevated when they should be declining for optimal healing. Groundbreaking research from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology shows that men over 60 with disrupted evening hormone patterns have 65% larger prostates and experience 3 times more urinary symptoms compared to men with healthy hormone cycling. The primary culprits destroying this natural rhythm: blue light exposure from screens, late evening meals, alcohol consumption, and complete lack of physical wind-down routines. When cortisol remains elevated throughout the evening hours, it actively blocks testosterone's tissue repair functions and maintains inflammatory states throughout the night when healing should occur. Meanwhile, disrupted growth hormone release prevents essential cellular regeneration in prostate tissue, allowing damage to accumulate rather than heal. This creates a vicious, destructive cycle. Poor hormone cycling leads to increased inflammation, which disrupts sleep quality, which further disrupts hormones, creating progressively worse prostate symptoms over time. The solution is a targeted evening hormone reset routine that sends clear biological signals to your body to shift into restoration mode, allowing powerful natural healing processes to repair and protect prostate tissue overnight.
The evening hormone reset begins exactly 2 hours before your target bedtime and takes just 15 minutes of intentional activity. Start by completely eliminating blue light exposure. Use blue light blocking glasses or switch to only dim, warm lighting. No screens, no bright overhead lights, no stimulating visual input. Perform 5 minutes of gentle stretching or basic yoga poses, focusing specifically on hip openers and spinal twists that release accumulated pelvic tension from the day. Follow immediately with 5 minutes of meditation, deep breathing exercises, or prayer, whatever calms your mind and nervous system. Finish with 5 minutes of gratitude journaling or quiet reflection about positive aspects of your day. The key to success is absolute consistency, same time every night, same sequence of activities, creating a powerful biological signal that it's time for hormone restoration. Your evening routine becomes a hormone reset switch that your body learns to recognize and respond to. Optional enhancements that amplify results include magnesium supplementation, 200 to 400 milligrams, chamomile tea, or a warm bath with Epsom salts. But the core routine, dim lights, gentle movement, mental calm, is what triggers the essential hormone cascade. This routine works because it honors your body's natural circadian rhythms rather than fighting against them with artificial light and mental stimulation. After 6 weeks of consistent evening hormone reset, James experienced dramatic, comprehensive improvements that amazed both of us. "Dr. Thompson, I sleep deeper and more restfully than I have in years. I wake up feeling genuinely refreshed rather than groggy, and my prostate symptoms have improved more in the last month than in the previous entire year." His morning testosterone levels increased an impressive 28%. His inflammatory markers dropped significantly across the board, and his sleep quality scores doubled according to his tracking device. I feel like I've got my natural rhythms back after years of chaos, James told me with satisfaction. Everything just works better now, my energy, my mood, my body's healing processes. Most importantly, James discovered that his body still possessed powerful healing capabilities. It just needed the right signals to activate them. Now you understand the 3 daily habits, but there's something crucial about how they work together. The genius isn't found in any single habit working alone. It's in how they create a complete 24-hour cycle of prostate protection and healing. Morning circulation primes your entire system for optimal function. Afternoon anti-inflammatory nutrition provides sustained protection during peak vulnerability, and evening hormone reset enables powerful overnight repair processes. Think of it like operating a 3-shift factory. The morning shift, circulation, delivers essential raw materials and oxygen. The afternoon shift, nutrition, prevents damage during peak vulnerability hours, and the night shift, hormone reset, performs critical maintenance and repairs while you sleep. Miss any shift, and the entire operation suffers significantly. Research from the International Prostate Health Institute demonstrates that men following all 3 habits consistently experience 4 times better outcomes than those using single interventions randomly. Their prostates don't just stop enlarging, they actually return to healthier baseline measurements over time. This comprehensive approach addresses the root causes operating on different biological cycles. Circulation patterns follow sleep-wake rhythms, inflammatory responses follow daily metabolic cycles, and hormone fluctuations follow circadian patterns. It's not symptom management or temporary relief, it's complete system optimization. The morning circulation ritual improves blood flow precisely when it's naturally lowest after sleep. The afternoon anti-inflammatory window protects during documented peak vulnerability hours. The evening hormone reset enables natural repair processes when they're most effective. Each habit amplifies the others, creating exponential benefits rather than additive ones. Men who master this 3-habit cycle consistently report feeling like they've cracked the code of healthy aging. They're not just managing prostate symptoms or accepting gradual decline, they're actively preventing problems while optimizing overall vitality and masculine confidence. The biggest, most costly mistake I observe is inconsistency with timing. Men try these habits sporadically or at random times throughout the day, completely missing the biological windows when they're most effective. Your body operates on precise circadian rhythms that have been refined over millions of years. Honor them consistently, and these habits become exponentially powerful. Another critical error is expecting overnight miracles or dramatic changes within days. These are daily habits that create cumulative benefits over weeks and months through consistent application. Men who quit after just 5 to 7 days miss the breakthrough improvements that typically occur around week 3 to 4 when biological systems begin adapting. The third mistake is perfectionism and all-or-nothing thinking. Men think they need to execute these habits flawlessly every single day or they don't work at all. But clinical experience shows that 80% consistency creates 90% of the benefits. Don't let perfect become the enemy of good progress. Finally, men often try to add all 3 habits simultaneously on day 1, becoming overwhelmed by the changes and quitting entirely within a week. Start with 1 habit for 2 weeks until it feels automatic and natural, then add the second, then the third. Sustainable change happens gradually through layering new habits. Remember, your prostate has been under inflammatory stress for years or decades. Give these protective habits sufficient time to create meaningful, lasting change through consistent daily application. 8-minute circulation ritual. Deep breathing, gentle stretching, pelvic movements. Hydrate with 16 to 20 ounces of pure water to support circulation. Light breakfast 30 minutes after completing routine anti-inflammatory snacks only. Raw nuts, berries, green tea. Completely avoid processed foods, sugar. Inflammatory oils include 1 omega-3 source and 1 antioxidant source. Minimum dim lights. Eliminate all blue light exposure. 15-minute hormone reset. Gentle movement, breathing, reflection optional. Magnesium, chamomile tea, warm bath. Track your routine completion rate. Aim for 80% plus consistency. Notice gradual improvements around week 3 to 4. Adjust timing based on your schedule. but maintain sequence monitors sleep quality, energy levels. Urinary symptoms celebrate small improvements. They compound over time, refine habits based on what works best for your lifestyle. This isn't complicated, but it requires commitment to the timing and sequence. Your prostate protection happens through consistent daily habits, not sporadic efforts or weekend warrior approaches. Let me speak to you man to man for a moment, with the respect you've earned through decades of living, working, and contributing. You've lived a full life, you've worked hard, provided for others, faced challenges with courage and determination. The fact that you're here right now, actively seeking solutions rather than passively accepting defeat, tells me everything I need to know about your character and inner strength. This isn't a sign of weakness or failure. It's a sign you're still fighting for your quality of life, your dignity, your future. What we've discussed today, the morning circulation ritual, the anti-inflammatory nutrition window, and the evening hormone reset, these aren't just daily habits or simple routines. They're your tools for reclaiming control over your body, your sleep, your confidence. They're your proven path back to feeling like the strong, capable man you know you are inside. Building these 3 habits into your daily life means choosing to work with your body's natural rhythms instead of fighting against them with frustration. It means waking up feeling strong and rested instead of stiff and defeated. It means protecting your prostate not just for today or tomorrow, but for decades to come. It means aging with vitality, dignity, and unshakable masculine confidence, fully, boldly, and without apology. The choice is entirely up to you, and the power is in your hands. Your body is asking for this support, these protective rhythms that honor how you're designed to function optimally. It's not too late for dramatic improvement, not even close. The men I've shared with you today are living proof that your prostate can be protected, your symptoms can improve significantly, and your quality of life can be completely transformed through simple daily choices consistently applied. If this information has been valuable and eye-opening, please hit that like button and share this video with other men who need to hear this message. Your engagement helps us reach more men who are struggling in silence, wondering if there's real hope beyond prescription drugs and invasive procedures. Leave a comment below telling me which of these 3 daily habits you're most ready to implement first, or share your own experience with natural prostate protection. Your story might be exactly what another man needs to hear to take action and reclaim his health. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell for more evidence-based men's health content designed specifically for men over 60. Together, we're building a community where men can age with strength, wisdom, and unshakable confidence. Thank you for trusting me with your health concerns and your time. Remember, you have more control over your prostate health than you've been led to believe. The power to protect and heal is already within you. These 3 daily habits simply unlock it. Stay strong, stay consistent, and take action. Your future self will thank you.